right, people, welcome back to another episode of Rum Reason. It's your boy Jay here. On the right hand side, we got my boy Charlie, and over on that side, we got Maccas.
Some people.
All right, so we're back once again. Today, we're going to be discussing a film that I saw a few months ago, and I kind of brought it to light to the boys and them. It's called The Social Dilemma. All right, it's basically a film about social media networking. These big
Yeah.
Silicon Valley tech experts now, they coming out and they're basically blowing the whistle on the dangers of social networking, which big tech companies use to control and influence the younger generation, or just not just people in general. You know, and
Yeah.
they have a lot of different things. They have the discrimination dilemma, where you've got how they use social media to how social media kind of creates these fanatics now.
Fake news, misinformation.
Yeah, the democracy dilemma, the disinformation when it comes to countries having, the elections. That what how they like to talk about Russia always, spreading bad information about certain things. And then what was the other one, boy? About the mental dilemma. Where it plays a lot on the mental health of a lot of people.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, which is good, which is not good.
Psychological toll.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we did speak about social media before. We briefly touched on it a few times, but I think with this show, it shows a lot more how actually dangerous social media is. How bad it is actually.
Yeah. So I mean, to be fair, Jay, that's a very important topic. If I can agree with you on that. To be fair.
Oh yeah.
Even looking back a couple of years ago from COVID-19, I think COVID-19 sort of exposed a lot of things with the social media. I mean, going back previously to Cambridge Analytica scandal, go way back. But then we really did get to see that during the COVID-19 pandemic, the amount of misinformation, and it put a lot of people in depression and all sorts. And I think it's one of those things that we really can, shed some light on today.
It's funny you said Cambridge Analytica. Go ahead.
No, sorry. I'm just saying, yeah, a lot of depression as well, but it actually built a lot of people financially as well. Because what I saw during the pandemic was TikTok just shoot off. Everyone was doing TikTok. Things like Teams and all other apps for social interaction via a device went up tenfold the usage in that, and like coming out of COVID, people still had those addictions. So it's good that you saw the film. We all watched the film, and a lot of things were highlighted that were eye opening, bro.
Yep.
That's a good recommendation.
You don't even know that's actually going on in the background. All right, so
I mean, yes, people, just to bring you on, like, if you get the chance, go on Netflix and watch the film Social Dilemma.
If you haven't seen it already.
If you haven't seen it, following along, you can look at Cambridge Analytica. But today we're focusing on Social Dilemma. It is a key aspect which I think is important for all of us to understand how we use social media and the amount of or the type of data that is being used to influence our mindset, which is important in how we
have on your mind as well.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a good show for you could sit down with your kids. If your kids like to be on social media, the phones, the tablets, put them to sit down.
Yeah.
Bribe them with a takeaway or something. Let's say we're gonna watch this show.
A KFC.
And don't you could tell them don't have the phones on. Or however you want to sell it, but it is something good to sit down and watch as a family.
Or even just
learn a lot.
Or even just leave them free. Just have your own opinion. Just watch the film and have your own opinion from it.
Can I say something? Yeah. Because we love Lamb Rum last episode so much.
Yeah, we had to
hit it again, man. So
look. We only just realized there was a nice picture of a snake in the back.
Yeah, the back of it. But this rum,
it's nice, man.
It's really nice, man.
Yeah, we had to touch it.
Yeah, we had to do it again.
It's nice.
And £18? £18.
£18. Hey,
And they have
we
pineapple one as well.
we recommend if you have friends that you want to have something to drink, you don't want to get drunk, you don't want something too overpowering, just a nice aroma.
Mm.
We recommend this one. Last week we gave
Yeah.
Tesco's rum not a good number, but
And you
today's lamb
chocolate.
lamb spice rum. We're looking at 8 today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We give it an 8 because we touched back.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, that's week before. Week before was Tesco.
Mhm.
Last week was lamb we started, and this week we did lamb again.
Yes.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
I mean,
lamb
the
again.
fact that we did lamb again, I think we can go up and we can give it an eight and a half.
Lamb of God.
8.5.
Yeah, give it 8.5, man.
If it's nice, you do it twice.
Sure.
8.5.
Sure. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, bro, you were saying sorry, we
That's-
disturbed you.
Yeah, but that's the rum. Okay. With the social dilemma, as I said, they've got the three main things: the mental,
Mhm.
the democratic side to it, and the discriminatory side to it, or the the creation of fanatics and this and that. Because there's research that shows that these people that have been converted into fanatics
Mm-hmm.
found information on social media that
Mhm.
has led them down
Yeah.
that road.
Yeah.
You
No
know?
doubt.
But
No.
we'll start with the first one, which is the mental
Yeah.
dilemma. Yeah. So in the show, it's just the how addicting social media is.
Mm-hmm.
I doesn't even get catch on it.
Mm.
Because I'll
Yeah.
wake up in the morning after say my prayers, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll go on TikTok. TikTok is the only really thing that I have. And now we just
Straight away.
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
Facebook.
Yeah.
But I'll go on TikTok and I'll scroll. And by the time I check myself,
2 hours gone.
2 hours done gone.
Bro.
away now, bro.
It's for real.
I've been on no, this is bad, yeah. I've been doing things, yeah, and started on TikTok like say like first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
When you check yourself, boom, 12 o'clock, you're like, raw,
Bro.
they gone?
Yeah, move yet, brother, man.
Bro,
It's
really-
crazy.
It's mad.
And when you watch the film and you really think back, it's then it's not crazy anymore. It's scary now.
It is
Makes
scary.
sense.
Because
Yeah.
it shows how
How they
catch
hook you. How they hook
hook
you.
You know, if you spend a certain amount of time on a certain video,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, the algorithms that's inside these
Yeah.
apps, they're like, okay, this is what he likes.
Yeah.
So we're now gonna start sending these things, and
Bro,
it's even if you go on Google and you type in, you search something,
Mm-hmm.
it records that.
it goes, and then you go on TikTok.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
start showing you these things. So like,
Yeah.
damn,
The craziest thing I that really opened my eyes is the fact that these search engines and these companies, they basically build an avatar of you for your likes,
Mhm.
the things you frequent, the things that you
Yep.
like to watch, the time you spend on there.
Yeah.
And they actually use algorithms to push that content towards you. And they actually use our devices to listen into what
Oh,
we
yeah.
are talking
course.
about to push
Oh,
that
yeah.
Search, man.
towards you as well. So I was like, what the hell? So if we doing like Rum and Reason, you know how many rum adverts I've seen?
True.
Really?
Bro,
True.
how many rum adverts I've seen
True.
on my Facebook, Instagram, and other apps?
Bro, you have a conversation about something, and before you know it, whether you're on Instagram or whatever, you're seeing ads about that thing that you talk about,
Yeah.
or even sometimes on Facebook. So I mean, you're not even speaking about something on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
You might, let me say, you feel a certain way, whether you feel motivated or whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's like you're asking yourself, hang on a minute, am I connected to this device by some sensor or something? Because how does it know?
Yeah.
It is strange, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is scary business.
Even purchases and that. Purchases.
Yeah.
If you go to a certain shop, we know you ever go to a certain shop. I know if your Google says that to you. How was your experience at blah blah blah? So you have to write a little review. Like, say for example, if you go Asda in Manchester,
Mm-hmm.
they say how was your experience there? All that's collated, all that's put together, and they said, okay, this guy he went to Manchester this day of the year.
Yeah.
Guaranteed the same day next year,
Mhm.
a reminder will come up. What I liked, another thing that I saw on there, bro, was the psychological side of it, where they use things of the reward center part of the brain, where even when you refresh your screen, that little refresh signal,
Yeah.
it actually makes you want more and more. So you just keep refreshing.
Keeps you there.
And it's research, millions and millions of that sort of thing to get that research to see, like, yeah, people you could catch people like that, and they made it a thing.
It's crazy.
Mm.
It's crazy, especially for impressionable minds as well, man.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
I mean, us, we grew up without it,
Mm.
and we grew into it. We were already okay. I mean, I want to say okay, we were already old enough,
Mm-hmm.
but when we were kids, we didn't really have social media or anything like that,
Yes.
and we came into the
No.
age, the age of the tech. The Facebook and the MSN.
We just missed it in
We used to
school,
have
didn't we?
dial-up and all kind of thing.
Yeah.
But
Was just coming out. Yeah.
yeah, so we could pull ourselves away from it. But kids
Yeah.
these days, man, I feel sorry for them because when it comes to mental health as well,
Yeah.
a lot of them depend on
And
the technology.
yeah.
They depend on it and they feel lost without it.
Mm.
Absolutely
True.
lost.
FOMO.
Absolutely.
They don't know
Absolutely.
the ass from the elbow.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Without it.
And the thing is, this is so. It's a double-edged sword.
Mm.
With me, with like my company, yeah, I know I'm using social media to bring awareness and bring people in,
Mm.
get followers, get
From a
people
business perspective.
bring a business, yeah. But when people go on social media and they rely on likes for self-validation,
Yeah.
that's a dangerous thing.
That's a
because
dangerous
you
ba-
post a
that's a
picture, and one
dangerous
person
ground.
likes it, immediately you might say to yourself like, they don't like me, I'm ugly, and that's just spiral.
It showed in any movie.
Yeah.
The young girl, she posted a picture
Mm.
and somebody made a comment about, I don't know, was it her ears or something, and then she
Yes,
basically got a complex right there and then,
That's right.
so she started, like not feeling good about herself and touching this and touching
Yeah.
that, and because a lot of people these days live their life through the eyes of other people.
Mm.
They-
Sure. Validation.
Validation.
You know.
They want to be liked, they want this, but
But
people are. That's the thing. That people are mean.
if you ask the
mean,
question though, if you ask the $1 million question or the £1 million question, how does social media affect the society? There is no one answer to that.
No.
No.
You can't make one. Yeah, you can't make one answer to that because you have to look at it in different variants.
Mm-hmm.
You have people like ourselves who were before social media. We
Yeah.
understand we can control that aspect that social media does not really provide any validation for us.
Yeah.
No. But then you look at the younger generation who were born in it, who were exposed to it in secondary school and so on.
Mm-hmm.
They rely on that.
Right.
As you said a while ago,
Yeah.
if somebody said to you, "Oh, there is something wrong with your hair or something wrong with your hair,"
Give a rap.
that
Yeah.
sends you
Yeah.
somewhere else. But for us,
What's
For us,
I mean,
we build
bro,
stuff, innit?
you
Yeah.
in trouble me yet.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
So understanding how social media actually affects society, it's a big topic. It is a big topic,
It's not
and it needs some
Yeah.
some digressing
And
into different
stuff
areas
like
and break it down.
bullying. Listen, if anybody tried to bully me online, I'll be like,
Mm.
Are you serious, bro?
Mm.
But the thing is, like, yeah, bro. Yeah, I agree with you on that. Like, if someone tries to bully you online, you just like, yeah,
Right.
F you, and just
Mm.
block them off, innit?
Mm.
Shut up, man.
But sometimes these youths, yeah, it comes like a lot of people, a lot of the things they can't say to your face,
No, the keyboard warriors.
the keyboard
100%. They
warriors.
get medals.
And if you're not prepared to get that trolling and that on
Oh,
social
man.
media, you'll have an issue.
Yeah.
And these companies, bro, even I know it's a bit off topic. When you buy a new phone, yeah,
Mm.
how do you feel when you open a box?
I was like, yeah.
Excited, you're like, yeah, open up. All these companies, they actually do research into the box or the unboxing
Yeah,
process,
design.
so it builds anticipation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a lot.
That's
There's
interesting.
a lot of,
You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't say size, but a lot
Marketing,
of
marketing,
Yeah.
marketing
Yeah.
products and so on.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's interesting.
Yeah.
So,
See-
as a parent out there, these are things that you should look for. When you see a package that really looks interesting, you're buying for your kids. Again, just be mindful of the things that you're exposing your children to.
True.
Yeah.
Or you could just, I don't know.
Again, looking at the companies that provide these or produce these products, I'm guessing maybe not brandishing a particular company, but major ones like Apple and so on. You unpackage an Apple product.
You're not brandishing in a way, just
No, but not calling out because to be fair, I'm not no, I'm not an Apple person, so I don't know what Apple,
Yeah.
how they
I'm not Apple
put their
person.
product or anything. I'm not an Apple
Even
person.
my
I'm straight Android. Like, hey, I'm putting my hands up. I'm straight
they come
Android.
out with AirPods and then they want to sell you the cord separate to attach the AirPods together. But you just go and buy a set of
I know that.
earphones.
Yeah, I believe in democracy, freedom.
So, you know,
So I'm not an Apple person. I'm sorry to those.
But get this, is just an addition to what you said with Apple, Android, whatever the thing is. But the AI, people talking about AI, ChatGPT is a big thing.
man,
AI has been there since the creation of Siri, bro,
yeah.
Google,
and before that,
Google.
even with Google.
Yeah.
Once there's the possibility of this thing can learn your patterns
Mhm.
and formulate a profile on you to generate information
It's
to
just gotten
influence
it's
the
just
way you think and behave.
it's gotten better.
That's AI. And what's scary now, yeah, it's so integrated into everything we do. Into like when your phone is down, you get a notification on Facebook or Instagram or something. Oh, this person mentioned you in a comment.
Exactly.
Immediately you go like, oh,
And you
let me see,
search.
what did they say?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
And you search.
yeah. You've been tagged in this post. You
Exactly.
you want to unplug, but the the app itself will
Yeah.
be like, nah, he's been away for too long.
Mhm.
Let me send something. Boom. You know. Oh, she's liked your pic. This person's liked your pic here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and you'll be like, oh, okay.
Oh, that's still on the thing, you know.
Yeah.
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 And you see the thing about this is like, for us who experienced life before Google and others, that wouldn't necessarily gravitate to us because we can sort of control ourselves. Like, okay, it's just a
It does
notification.
not affect us as
We
much.
don't really have to go. But again, unfortunately for the younger generation who maybe were just in the room, spend most time in the room anyway, not going out and meeting friends and so on. For them, that is friendship for them. That is somebody,
That's it.
or that is sort of, how do we put it? Covering their way of of being needed or wanted, in essence. Somebody's talking about them. So yes, they become interesting. And that's what the AI is actually learning, because he's looking at somebody who doesn't really have an option in living life. You're just an item in essence. So I will just feed you whatever I think you should want.
Yeah.
Whereas for us,
Mhm.
we don't rely on that.
No.
We have other means that we understand what life
We
is.
have other ways of doing things.
Yeah, we understand what life is. We can go out, do whatever we want. But for those who locked indoors, no, you're in control. And I think this is similar to the conversation we had a few episodes ago when we talk about setting up our kids for failure.
Mm-hmm.
We do that.
That was the last episode. No, the episode before
Yeah.
the last one. There.
We do that as parents. The system is set up in a way that, in terms of cost of living and all that, you need to be out there. And then for you to pay all these bills and the rest of it, you need to sacrifice your child. And you sacrifice your child by
Secondary parenting.
giving them secondary parenting,
What's the
which
first
is the
thing?
devices.
When you have a baby, yeah, or you have to keep them quiet, what do you do? Give them a
iPhone,
tablet.
giving
Tablet.
a phone, a tablet, a
Wait,
device,
wait,
an
that's-
electronic device, and that's it. You're done. The moment you do that, you're done. You've handed over parenthood
Yeah.
to
Only that you're taking away their way of
being a human being.
expressing themselves and tapping into their own creative creative skills.
Yeah. We're not saying that social media is bad. You just have to be aware these things exist. So then when you are the influence or when you're receiving certain bits of information, you can understand why you're receiving it and challenge it, make the sense out of nonsense. Because I hate to drop it, yeah. If you start looking at certain views and certain demographics of people, and you keep watching those videos, that's what you're gonna get fed. You're gonna be it's just it's influencing your mind, isn't it?
Algorithm, you pick that up, yeah.
Yeah.
Algorithms, yeah.
If you keep watching sad stuff, you'll keep seeing sad stuff.
It thinks that you're sad and it's just feed you sad stuff.
You just keep feeding it what it is you like.
And this is dangerous, as you say,
Bro.
Charlie. Just imagine. I mean, we are adults; we can deal with that. But just imagine a poor 14-year-old or something who, they're feeling sad, maybe for whatever particular reason, they're feeling sad. And then on their thing, they're trying to use this as a way of coping mechanism to see what is out there to help feed or stimulate them. And all they've been fed is all these sad stories, and you see people probably hanging themselves or
Yeah.
whatever it is the algorithm want to feed, because the algorithm is
Mm.
not human. The algorithm wants to feed them all this imagery, and like this is an impressionable mind.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
these social media apps now, making um they are making moves to kind of limit that kind of stuff. Because if you go on TikTok and search how to tie a hangman noose
Mm.
or something that's very negative, it
Yeah.
comes up with a warning, and
Mm.
it signposts you to certain places,
Oh yeah.
for mental health, this and that.
So some social media companies are being responsible
Of
in that
course,
sense.
Facebook, have a lot
Yeah.
of responsibility.
But before it wasn't like that though. Before you could have just gone through.
You could have just gone through now.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, but people, young kids are dying, committing
much.
suicide.
Too much, man. Too
Because they
much.
cannot.
Yeah.
I tell my kids and them, I was like, Facebook, you want to get, I said, you are not ready for Facebook.
Mm.
You are not ready for Facebook. Mentally, you are
Mm.
not ready for Facebook. And I show them, they watch that film,
Yeah.
and they see things on the other social media, things that are on Snapchat, this and that. Even Snapchat's kind of bad, because you
Yeah,
get all
Snapchat's
these
dodgy.
these perverts and all these predators, because you're looking for self-validation
Mm.
as a young person, and you come up with some nonce, catch up to you,
Right.
and you give them too much information. Enough times that I had to tell my daughter making TikTok videos, she have her school jumper on. I was like, yo, you need to take that
Yeah,
off.
you have to take that off.
Yeah, yeah,
Take
yeah.
that off. You can't be
You're
making things that
linking yourself. You're linking yourself.
linking yourself to that school, and then they find the school, and
Mm.
they come and they waiting outside the gate for you.
Yeah.
It's a very dangerous place, social media. But Facebook is a
Mhm.
thing for
Yeah.
adults,
But
man. Some
yeah.
adults can't even take it.
Do you think as parents though?
Even sorry, Matt.
Yeah, as parents, for us who sort of grew up and see, the difference, before and after social media,
Mm.
it's tricky for us to
Mm.
govern our children to say, hey, this is what I mean. We understand what it was before,
Yeah.
and
They
of
they
course
go
we will tell them, but
they open this.
they still cannot see it. And for us as parents now to dictate that to them to say, hey, there is a different life to social media.
Difficult.
It is difficult. So for us as parents, we're gonna always find that difficult to navigate our children out of that sphere.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily, because there was a time where I think my son's phone or tablet wasn't working.
Mm.
So he had no access to social media, nothing.
Okay.
Yeah. And a few days, he was a bit clocking,
Mm-hmm.
I was lack of was putting it, getting shakes. He was restless and I didn't know what to do.
Mm.
And this and that.
Yeah.
After a few days after that, he just reverted back to, picked up a piece of paper,
Mm-hmm.
and my boy started drawing and painting, being creative,
Mm.
and he was drawing some really nice pictures. I think he gets that from his mother, the artistic
Yeah.
part, but he went back to just using his brain and just doing stuff, not being fed information, and he was drawing really nice stuff.
As I said, we were talking about when we done that thing about living up to your parents' expectations, where
Yeah.
being programmed.
Yes.
Yeah, so we've been programmed by social media and that,
Mhm.
and with the AI, you should never believe in those, because I've seen certain videos that Hollywood stars and they've dubbed them. I think it's Snow they use.
Yeah.
And and then you hear they saying certain things. You can see lips moving, but it's not them.
It's not them.
Yeah, my brother done this interview, yeah, and he said that he interviewed this person for a job in his company, and the person's face is there, the person's lips is moving,
But it's not them.
lips are moving, sorry, and then they are answering the questions
Mm-hmm.
in such a professional manner when he asked the questions. So the AI was listening,
Mm.
giving the answer, giving the response in a voice. So I think what he did is he asked a question that was a bit off key,
Personal.
and it unsynced the person's voice or the AI's voice to the lips.
Mm.
And then when he told them it's not you in this conversation, they just locked off the thing. And people are using AI and social media and fooling people to send money under false pretense. So imagine you on Instagram, Facebook, or these platforms, and then someone messages you and it's an AI messaging you.
Scammers, man.
Why?
Scam.
Scammers.
It's beyond belief, isn't it? It covers all realms of society and the values within society from
Cannot trust anything online, man.
you cannot.
Nah.
I myself got caught up in certain videos, you
Mm.
know, and then I had to double back on myself and be like, shit, yeah, I got caught with that one, you know. But it's very easy.
It's
It's very
today
easy.
it's quite easy. I think whilst watching the same film again, Social Dilemma, somebody mentioned which for me was a start moment to remember. We are now, previously we used to talk about the Bronze Age and the Stone Age and all. Today we are in the misinformation age.
Yeah, there's a lot of misinformation.
Misinformation,
Oh yeah.
and it goes back to the COVID-19 pandemic.
Yeah.
We still don't know what happened in the COVID-19
Well, man,
pandemic.
with that whole COVID thing, it was the 5G and it was this and
It was everything.
that. People were just chatting bubbles, man.
It was
You
everything.
know?
And
But what was it really people though?
Yes, because there's people.
Yeah.
Again, based on what we talk about, we see an individual or what looked like an individual with lips
Yeah, but I
moving and
think
saying
that, I don't
something.
think that, yeah, it was that.
Yeah, but
I think that, yeah, it was that.
it
that-
starts with it starts with who's pushing out the news as well on social media. So if you have one organization that's pushing out one narrative,
Mhm.
another pushing another narrative, you have so many different versions of the story according to what they think should go out.
Mm-hmm.
It might be the truth, might be partial truth.
Well, I mean, to be fair, saying with what you just said there, apart from social media apps, I think the second most dangerous thing to society are news corporations, whether they like it or not, if they're listening or not. But tough titties. You guys are dangerous.
You do well.
They're dangerous. They're dangerous.
I mean, the only one I really could say I trust is Al Jazeera.
Bro, I wouldn't trust. No.
That's the only one I would say that reports actual. But to be quiet, you can't put your neck on or head on a block for
No, you cannot.
one of them unless you are actually there on the ground. Then you do not know.
The
That's
only
like
news people I trust is the Caribbean news because they tell you exactly what it is.
they tell you what
show
it
the
is,
pictures, they show you the video, everything. That's the only.
and you make
news
your
I
own
trust.
opinion from there.
Mhm.
You make your own opinion from
Yeah.
there. Otherwise, these lot they operate like criminals.
Everybody have
You know.
their own narrative, man.
Yeah, they have their own
own agenda.
agenda, and it's image and language.
Yeah.
So you get somebody from wherever, you put them in a jacket and a tie, and you call him doctor whoever. Straight away, the mind is telling you he is a valid
Yeah, he's got
person.
credibility.
He's got credibility
The stethoscope.
within.
He's
Yeah,
got
you know what I mean.
stethoscope on his neck.
Exactly. So
he is
you have
he is a doctor.
yeah. So you have no choice than to believe this individual, and then now he's being given a narrative. Hey, listen. Of course, he's got a wide spectrum. He can go, from extreme cold to extreme hot. But he decided to go on, let's say, 18 degrees. Why? Because 18 degrees suits the narrative, and he just concentrate on 18 degrees to provide a message. And people go with that because why? He's a guy who he's in authority in a sense. He has a jacket and tie and that. And in the news, they use this.
Yeah, because people shop with their eyes first, isn't it?
And they listen.
But get this, yeah, we can have this conversation here, yeah,
Yeah.
and I can edit this to just take key moments of this conversation to print a narrative of you saying something negative. Put that into a 15-second video and put that on social media.
Play that out.
Go viral.
Play that out.
And then people are seeing that on the different platforms and be like, oh yeah, that's how that person is.
Yeah,
oh yeah, that's the narrative of that person.
I mean, when you do an interview with a journalist, they cut out certain things and they just write what it is they want to write.
Yeah.
Yeah. And one of the key thing, and I wish people, if you listen, if you can pass the same knowledge to others and understand this, whatever you see, whether it's on a movie, a documentary is probably the closest thing you can get to real life. But even documentary, you still cannot take that as anything. So movies, documentaries, news, do not take
unless you are there
Yeah.
flag,
is.
wall, you
Yeah,
Censorship.
you cannot,
most
because
times.
I think it's because they just don't trust. They
No,
just don't trust people to react
It's
a certain
control,
way, man.
bro.
It's control.
most times though, when the camera moves, the camera does not move on its own. There's somebody behind the camera.
Mm-hmm.
This is what we need on the camera.
Mm-hmm.
This is what we don't need on the camera.
Yeah, well, just like how we edit our stuff, they edit their stuff as well.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
take the stuff.
So you edit what you want people to see and you remove what you don't want people to see and you sort your narrative around what you want people to gravitate to.
Mm-hmm.
So do not believe everything.
No, because a lot of the times they set stuff up, and they have crisis actors and
Oh yeah.
all sorts.
Oh yeah.
It's
They have
bad,
their
man.
own they have their own agenda.
Man.
But when COVID first came out, I saw videos of people walking down the street and shooting people in China, and then saying, "Oh, they're killing COVID
Probably I know
people
probably I know a
infected
video
with
in it.
COVID." I was like, that can't be
Yeah.
right, man. That's
Probably I know a
nonsense.
video. Yeah.
But you know that thing you the social dilemma you spoke about. The
Mm.
biggest thing that shook me is when they said the statements read two industries that utilize users is people that use drugs, so drug users,
Okay.
and you have software users. Those are the two kind of like institutions that
Mhm.
class people that utilize their products as users. And
Yes.
to compare
Yeah.
compare drug users to software users,
That's
that's
bad.
deep. So it shows addiction, bro.
Yeah,
That's bad.
there's an
That's
addiction.
bad.
There's an addiction because you take away a tablet from a child in this day and age, they will flip,
Tantrum, brother.
tantrum. I've seen videos of kids on TikTok responding to their parents. They're gonna try and take the tablet away, and the child's there and like, I dare you to take this away from me, and cussing them black as white.
Bro.
Like, you mad?
It's a tricky business. Technology, I know from within my field, you probably pick that up as well still anyway. Technological industry is growing faster than regulations and what government can bring out regulations to. Especially for my field, health and safety. Health and safety, the act right now in England is 1974. That needs reform,
It's outdated,
reviewing
innit?
and everything. But you have tech, when you look back at, say, 2 decades, 3 decades ago, tech were evolving maybe say 4 decades ago. Tech were evolving every say 10 years. And then that come to a point now that 10 years now got reduced to 5 years. And then that 5 years got reduced to 2.5 years. Like for instance, in the early days of Apple iPhone, almost every 2 years you have a new Apple iPhone. But then now there are tech that are beating these companies now. Bringing new stuff almost every year,
Yeah.
and then now you can't literally
Competition,
keep up.
bro.
You can't keep up. So every
Tech's already there, man. It just needs
yeah,
just
it's,
waiting to break
you have
out.
it come down to 2.5 years, then it come down to 2 years, then it come down to 6 months, then 3 months, and but you can't keep up. How many AI do you see out there now?
Bro.
Anything could be AI on,
Yeah.
on social media. Anything.
Yeah, I mean,
They
Chat
do it-
GPT.
They do it that good.
Chat GPT was like about about 18 months ago. How many other AIs are out there competing? And probably
It's
even
loads, man.
better.
But Siri and Google were there even before ChatGPT.
Yeah.
And now they're obsolete. Nobody uses those. People hardly. Anybody who uses Google
Alexa.
probably like in a company that
Bixby.
you don't have access to ChatGPT because obviously of cybersecurity issues
Bixby.
and so on.
Bixby is
I never
Bixby.
call them. Yeah,
But-
true.
Yeah, but everything is just AI. So tech is way ahead of what government can control, and these people who run these AI companies, they're rich people and they are all for profit.
Yeah.
Whether it's a tech company or what, at the end of the day, a business is to make a profit.
But it's a double-edged sword because
Yeah,
like
man.
AI and all the technologies is created to supposedly make our lives easier.
Mm.
There's always that company or that person that wants to maximize profits. They want to
Take
use
it
it
a
for
step further.
war. They want to use it for that. So you want to take something that's created for even the thumbs up
Mm.
on Facebook when they created that took months to create.
They need to give a middle finger
Yeah.
emoji.
But
Yeah.
it,
And that was
is it,
supposed to like show like I see it, like everything's cool.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
now people are actually addicted to getting that thumb up, thumbs ups, and that ping.
Yeah.
If they don't get it, they get depressed. So there's always one person or one company that wants to
I mean,
utilize something good for evil, bro.
Yeah.
but was it designed for good in the first place? That's the thing.
It
that
was
people-
designed for good, but
It was
It-
designed
it-
for
but
good.
It was
designed
sold to you.
on the
it was
documentary.
it
they said
was
so.
it was designed for good. But
Yeah.
then when it comes to the human mind,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and when it comes to self validation, if you don't get that tick,
Mm-hmm.
you don't get that like,
And the more tick
You
you
know?
get, the more you feel validated and
yes.
so on.
So if you take the tick out period,
Mm-hmm.
then
No,
you know,
and
it
then-
have,
and
it have
then-
nobody to say that I like
and
your
then
picture. or don't
nobody
like your
wants
picture.
it. Nobody wants it afterwards.
Exactly. So just
Exactly.
take the ticks out. Take
Mm.
out the thumbs up, the smiley face, the kisses, the this and that. Nobody. No, you won't know anything.
But you know what's strange? Let's say a female put up a post on any social media and they get 10,000 likes. Yeah, they get 10,000 likes, of course. How much of that is female? I don't know. How much of that is male? I don't care. But you get 10,000 likes. Now, we're still in that mindset where we're telling people or even our kids don't talk to strangers and the rest of it. Yeah, but you got 10,000 people who
Yeah.
like your post.
It
You
depends on your
don't.
security settings as well. Huh?
You will not know those 10,000 people. And then you go out in the street and somebody
Nah.
recognize you from your photo and decide they want to have a chat with you and you have a proper tantrum with them because you think you don't know them, or really. You think you don't know them.
You
But
have,
you,
you have Facebook friends,
yeah.
and then you have real life friends.
Yeah.
And
That's one thing.
differentiating that is difficult for some people.
It's a thin line, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because like you have people that don't have the confidence of genuine social interaction. So they will say, "Oh yeah, that person friended me on Facebook." So you can see a picture, and that's another thing I'm not really go into, yeah, bro. Because you see certain people dropping selfies of themselves doing things. They're on a holiday. They have a picture of them by the beach and this and that, bro. That's one picture. It's painted 1,000 words, but their life might be miserable. They might have
Oh,
that
yeah.
whole holiday
Oh,
with
yeah.
credit card. They in debt. They might be there on business. It could be anything, but that's one
Very
picture.
manipulative.
And another thing that does is we start to compare ourselves to that person doing and supposedly living their best life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then we get depressed, be like, oh yeah,
Why
I'm
aren't
not-
we? Why aren't we?
Yes. Why I'm not like that? And
Whereas
this and
they are
that.
pretending.
And then I try to copy as this person. So every little bit of money that I get, I go and spend it on Jordans or spend it on big gold chains. You know, and then I take in pictures myself.
Fake it until you make it. We
Yeah,
forgot about
Fake it
that.
until they make it.
We
Exactly.
forgot about the people who come on social media, fake it until you make it, and then we try to be like them. And there are bots that sort of create likes in it. I'm sure I came across something on Instagram like you can like pay a certain amount of money and they have bots to just like give you
Yeah, bots can do
500
that for
likes,
you.
1,000 likes.
Yeah, bots.
Oh, right.
But
Yeah, I was like bots. But when you said bots-
BOT, not the Trinidadian
get
BUTT.
True.
Not the Trinidadian BUTT, it's BOT
Bot.
in England. Yeah.
So like so AIs then.
But bots like
you know,
robots.
they just said to
Like
you,
a robot, like
Yeah,
artificial
not
intelligence.
not BOTT bots.
Yeah.
No, it's
Yeah. Oh,
BOT
no,
bots.
I agree with you. I was on this I was on oh my god.
trying to wind you up, man. Fucking-
I was on this streaming app called Bigo.
Beagle.
Yeah.
Mm.
You stream and
Movies.
you make money. No, you just sit down and you're talking to people.
Oh, okay.
and that.
Like live TikTok or
Like
something.
live TikTok kind of thing.
Fab.
It's called Bigo. Yes, but when the first time when I went on it,
Mm.
right, and I started streaming, boom, automatically like 87 viewers. I was like, what? I
Hey,
was like, wow. You know, I'm
What's
just
this streaming, bro?
is it
Just-
OnlyFans?
no man, not only fans.
Was, was it foot video?
Nah, it
What?
was not foot video.
What were you doing?
Hair,
Tell us what you're doing.
hair.
I was
Hair
making
treatment?
He's not his hair. He can't talk about his hair.
I was stewing some cock.
Is this a what?
Cocktail.
I was stewing cock.
Oh,
I was making stew cock. Yeah, because I didn't have it. They didn't have any hen in the shop.
No hen.
They only had cock.
Well, I mean, fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah. So when I went on, boom shot, 80 something viewers. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
So I'm there talking. I'm like just randomly talking, you know,
Just anything.
just talking anything. That's
Yeah.
like how we just do sometimes. And it had one person It was actually one actual person, and they actually sent me a message and said, I couldn't sit here and watch you talk to these bots any longer. I was like, what do you mean bots? Like those people that you see in your view count,
Bots.
they're not real people. They're just a number there placed by the app, to keep you on, to make you think that people are actually watching you.
Wow.
So that was
So I'm
like
just
a
talking,
trial you had then.
just
Yourself,
talking to myself.
you know,
So that was a trial.
Yeah, I'm just talking to myself.
So
Wow.
on your trial, they make you feel you're talking to 87 people is possible.
Yeah.
And then once you pay your money,
Builds your starts to build your confidence. Like, oh wow,
yeah,
some
that
people,
can
wow.
happen.
Okay, cool. Yeah, man. Good. I'll keep coming on.
Wow.
It's the same thing, you know, augmented reality.
Yeah.
When you have the iPhone goggles or whatever, the
Yeah.
goggles or whatever. Google came out with the glasses and that.
Google
More and
Glass.
more, human beings are going to augmented reality because you will find, I reckon, in the next say 10 years, you will find eyewear
What's that? That new one that came up.
or the eye goggle or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Apple.
Yeah.
Yeah. You find yourself like wearing these devices and you can navigate your
In
day
real life.
in real life. So yeah. So you have Meta.
What's the
Yeah,
point?
so Meta, you can actually buy land in Meta. You can buy property in Meta, like the metaverse. You can actually have a life there. You can even in America, I think someone got taken to court for SAing a Meta character within the metaverse.
Yeah. That's mad. That is
You know what I mean, bro?
mad. In a
And that is
virtual
what's
reality,
going.
and it's in a virtual reality world,
Yeah.
you're actually spending like big money.
Yeah,
Crypto's
okay.
Yeah, crypto is
number one.
yeah, crypto is a big thing.
It ties all into that.
So you know, in the early stages, like probably in the late 90s or something, early 90s, when the movie Terminator came out, when we just really started to learn about machinery doing their own thing. You know, they talk about AI will take over the world.
Skynet is there already, bro.
You know, it's
Yeah, of course.
Skynet is there. Skynet is there.
we're going beyond that.
They're
We're
talking about
going beyond that
AI
now,
on the
innit?
news.
Yeah.
Governments talk about AI on the news and how they should regulate it, how they should control it. If they make the mistake, I mean, all movies have some kind of truth to it.
Yeah.
Some bit of truth to it. Yeah. So if you're seeing this and they're actually showing you any movies, and you want to play, Mr. Know It All, and want to go and give this AI or this program or whatever control of this, thinking that it's good, and boom shot something happen. That's your business.
True. And to be fair though, the speed of when you see it on the movies to it being real, the speed is lessening these days. You probably like, for instance, Terminator. You see Terminator, like, what was it, late 90s? And then it took maybe, say, 5-6 years or maybe 8 years before you can see anything like that. But nowadays, you see it on the telly and chances are it's already there.
Terminator.
It's already there.
Have you seen any bots? Have you seen any robots at Disney?
1984.
What?
First Terminator was 84.
84.
84, bro.
Yeah, that was the 80s.
Judgment, Terminator 2, 91, Terminator 3, 2003, Salvation, 2009, Genesis, 2015, Dark Fate, 2019.
Genesis?
Yeah.
Do you have a Terminator Genesis?
Yeah, there's Genesis, yeah.
Genesis is the one with Daenerys Targaryen, from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, Daenerys.
She was.
That's a decent one.
Okay.
But anyways, yeah.
Disney has some new robots, bro.
Yeah.
They autonomous.
Yeah.
But they program, and I think it's more to do with the Star Wars side of things. And you can see them things walking along and interactive people and walking on their own within the.
So Disney running the business hard.
The attraction, yeah.
See, the thing is, I don't mind it. Yes, it's good. It's progression. Because we will sit down and watch a film together and be like, oh, that's cool.
Yes.
I wish that, I wish we was in there. But as soon as it actually comes to real life, they're like, oh my God, it's the end of the world.
True.
Blah 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 blah. But there's good and bad in anything.
But who says it is the end of the world? Who says it's in the end of the world?
You know what?
There's a certain generation of people that says that. The people who were there before.
Yeah, these people that
before the Google and the rest of it.
Fear-mongering, man.
Those are the ones who are saying, oh, it's going to end the world. But beyond, those who born after Google, doesn't bother them. For
Because
them, it's just adapting to that piece of technology that
they,
just
they
came
were
in.
they were born into the age of
Exactly.
technology.
Yeah.
So that's why it's hard for them to put
Yeah.
down that, because that's part of their life.
Mhm.
Unless they're living in the woods or
All
something.
right,
You know?
let me blow your mind for a little bit. Yeah,
Mm.
we were alive when we went from that kind of phone, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
then to digital phones, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
to the first mobile phone
Mm-hmm.
without pictures, was a big old battery in that.
Mm-hmm.
Then we went to the first mobile phone that was actually mobile and small.
Mm-hmm.
They went to the first color phone from Sony Ericsson.
Yeah.
They went from picture messaging.
Mm-hmm.
They went to video calling.
Mm-hmm.
That was network free that came out with that bad boy.
Everything you see in Star Trek.
Then you go to iPhone
Mm-hmm.
with the touch screens and that.
Emoji come in.
And then every other phone was touch screen. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then social media coming like High Five. Remember High Five?
Yeah.
High Five,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
had a high five account. I probably
This
still have it.
Facebook come.
You old enough to remember High Five?
I probably still had a high five. I probably still have my high five account.
Then you had Instagram, Snapchat. And look at it now, bro. So you see, that's how old we are. We actually saw the development of this technology come to the forefront.
Yep.
So imagine what our kids are going to see.
They're born
that's why I
in
say
that.
the augmented reality. That's where it's going, in my opinion.
That's true.
Ready Player.
That's true. That's
Yeah,
true.
they're going to integrate it within our lives.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
But anyways, we was talking about the mental parts of the mental dilemma of the social media. Now we could go on to the demographic part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas you were speaking about Cambridge Analytica.
Yes.
Now, when you first mentioned that,
Mm-hmm.
that sparked a memory in my mind, because they actually had a lot to do with one of the general elections in Trinidad.
Right there.
Yes, they did.
Okay.
Who's
I
that?
think Cambridge Analytica.
Really?
Yep. One of the parties, I ain't gonna name the party, but there's only two major parties. Yeah. And they paid Cambridge Analytica to get to the youth of the country, to get them to not go out and vote. And they came up with certain slogans and posted it on social media. Posted it all over the place.
Bro.
And it worked, because you were seeing it on the news.
Yeah.
The youth and them saying, you know, the protested, no.
Yes.
this
Yeah.
and that. Gosh, this rum getting my gas.
Good rum, man. Good rum.
Yeah. But yeah, Cambridge Analytica, they've had their fingers in a lot of elections in different countries.
True. True.
And as you said, there was a scandal.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's a lot.
They
have
push
the money.
the hand.
They have the money.
Yeah,
They push the hand. They
If
push
you
the
have
hand.
the money, they
Influence.
will influence anybody.
And to be fair, yes, they had the money, but I think the real currency was people.
Of course.
So they had people, and because they had the amount of people in all areas of the world, they used that to manipulate everything.
Disinformation.
This
Once you can
everything.
influence people through social media,
Yeah.
just like in the show Social Dilemma.
Yeah.
You know, the youth, the brother, he got caught up in these posts, and he went to this protest
And get arrested.
ended up getting arrested.
And his sister that was innocent was there looking for him.
Yeah,
Got arrested.
she got arrested too. You know, but that's the other part of the dilemma, the discriminate part. Yeah, but when it comes to the democratic part, the disinformation, the posting of false, fake news. You know, they've literally got people in certain countries that have a job to sit there and post
Provide fake news to
and
people.
provide fake stuff, and to provide stuff fake. You know,
And again, it's just a society that you live in. We're living in a consumerist society and a capitalist society.
Oh yeah.
You know, and when it comes to business, it's just capital.
There's no.
And they understand that the society and the people are consumers anyway. So for them, it's all about making a profit. How do you make a profit? You push products in front of people, and products doesn't necessarily have to mean a physical product. You know, anything that they can profit from is a product. They don't care what it is.
Even they said on the Social Dilemma that it's your time that they capitalizing on. So the amount of views that, for example, I know, for example, YouTube. I know we're on YouTube, obviously, but when you post a video and you start to go viral and you start to get monetized,
Mm.
these companies realize like, oh, this guy's making, or this person's making loads of views there and loads of
Yeah.
like followers and that.
You can use
Let
this.
me start pushing adverts and charging other companies to post their adverts on their videos.
Yep.
So then
Yep.
when you produce a video and you should get monetized, you might have a couple of adverts on there. Excuse me. And per each advert, you, the content creator, gets a little cut.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
YouTube gets their cut. But what does the company get? They get the whole world seeing the advert.
Yeah, of course.
And that's what they monetize, So that's why it's so important that they keep us engaged. They keep us checking our phones. They keep
Mhm.
listening to what we say.
Even
They
if
keep us
even
what
if
we're
they don't
talking about.
even if they don't go on it or look the advert
They
very
don't
long,
care, innit?
there's a subliminal thing that's logged in the back of their mind. That will be like, "Oh, shit, I remember seeing this.
Yeah.
As long as they get into it, I saw a couple seconds. That's it.
But you know what's mad, yeah? What's mad, yeah?
Mm.
The other day, that happened to me about 4 times. I was coming home from work and I thought about something. I didn't say it out loud.
Mm.
I just thought about it.
Mm.
And when I checked my phone, I got home. It was there.
Bro, I told you just a while ago when I said sometimes it seems like these phones have sensors connected to you. Yeah, whether it's Facebook, Amazon, Google, whatever conversation or product that you talk about, before you know it,
It comes
bam,
up.
that thing is right there.
Yeah, but
The way you behave, it influences. It kind of, what's mad? It actually probably programs you to act a certain way, so it anticipates what you might be thinking and gives it to you. That's a scary thought,
yeah,
I'm online with what you say. I will also like to add, rather than anticipate, it pushes you to make that decision because it already understand you, what you're capable of and what you can do next. But it is now telling you, hey, this is it's like having a salesman
It's
tactics,
leading
right?
you in it.
Yeah, it's leading you. If you have a car and you want 5 grand for your car, you wouldn't put 5 grand on your car. You're gonna put 5 grand, 5 or 6 grand for your car because you know the next person is gonna come and say, oh, you want to drop something. It's like, oh, 5 grand. I can't pay 5 grand for your car. Let me give you 4 5. You lose a 5 grand. So you want 5 grand, you get them 5 5 or 6. When if he drop 5 5, you make something. If he drop from 5 5 to 5, you get what you want. So this is what they're doing. They're giving you the extreme that you don't want and the extreme that they want you to take. So what choice do you have?
Exactly, but get this, yeah. Look, there's one thing to drum this home, yeah. These companies will always win, will always profit them because if there's a system or an AI that can listen to what you're saying and give you information based on what you're saying, so that you could get something or you could buy something or purchase something. How come when we talk about the lottery, we could never get the numbers that you could win with?
Well, that's the £1,000,000 question right
no,
there.
I once asked it.
That's the £1,000,000 question right
AI
there.
to give me the winning lottery numbers, and they gave me some numbers once. It never. That was the first time it ever gave me numbers. But I didn't win. Obviously, didn't win.
Yeah.
But when I asked again,
Yeah.
like, no, I can't do this. I can't do that. I was like, okay, cool.
But that's a perfect example you just made there, though, because to be fair, that is like separating reality from what isn't. Because once we allow ourselves to be captivated by this AI business to tell us how to think, what is suitable for us, we get into that. We get accustomed to that. We don't challenge that. We just let that be. We don't understand that that is artificial. But then when it comes to the lottery, which is like a different vibes, no, you never get that because that is like reality in a sense, and we are living in like a fake world. So to get that right is like
Too deep.
Yeah.
Me and Mali sing about that.
But
deep.
yeah, it's just imagine like AI can just lead you to win the lottery. Well, then
Bro,
the whole time everything you
you
know,
don't want that.
yeah, everything you know as a child is questionable, isn't it? I mean, it is.
So my daughter, she saw something on TikTok. Some people chucking a black guy into a river. And she's like, oh my god, look at this. This is what they're doing because of you guys. I was like, yo, calm down. Right? Don't believe everything you see on social media. Yeah? don't believe everything you see on social media. Boom shot, when you look in the comments, probably about 2-3 years ago. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
So when it comes to stuff like elections, and even more so now, when it with the artificial intelligence that I have now, you know, they have pictures of Donald Trump sat down with some brothers, like he chilling out in the hood drinking 40s.
Yeah.
You know?
Deep fake.
Deep fake.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and there's like, no, that's a fake image.
But
They
it's
could push
surprising.
anything now with this artificial intelligence. They could push anything to make people believe. So you could be watching anything and you'll be like, I don't know what to believe anymore. I do not know what to believe anymore.
But if you're a person who don't want to question anything, I'm sorry for you in this life. I'm really sorry for you in this life.
Yeah,
Because you go face value with everything. You see somebody in a jacket and tie, you believe them. You hear the voice of somebody, you believe
Too
them.
deep.
You know what I mean? So if you don't question anything, I'm sorry for you. You're gonna get
But
whatever they give it to you.
this generation now, they question a lot. They question
It's
everything.
good. It's good if they do that. It's good if they do that.
They question everything.
Yeah,
which is good.
It's good if they do
They're
that.
not like us. They just get told to do something and you do it. Anyways, people.
Yeah,
All right. Till the next time. All right. We're gonna cut this one off. Hope you guys have a blessed day. Respect from you boys. Back over to my boy Mac. He's got something to tell y'all.
You want to see me drink rum? Send me a topic.